Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Diaries of a Retiree. I'm all the way from Collingham and today we have Geoff. Hello Geoff.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Are you?
Yeah, great, thanks. Geoff, thanks for being on the channel. You've had a very interesting career. Wonder if you could share a little bit with us.
Well, I started out as a farmer basically. So I was trained at agricultural college, at the agricultural college, on the family farm for 9 years, milking cows basically, and it was a mixed farm, and we used to have arable and then the dairy herd. And then after 9 years I had a career change and I joined the fire brigade.
Wow, that's a big change.
It was quite a change, but it allowed me to join another profession, if you like, and have the training. So there was a 13-week initial course and then 2 years probation before I became a fully fledged fireman at that stage, but then it became firefighter later.
Wow.
Yeah.
I guess that's quite a challenging job at times.
It could be. It could be. I mean, it was quite a mixed bag at Newark because it was rural, but we also obviously had the town and rescue tender as well, which was the appliance that went to road accidents and animal rescues, that sort of thing.
Yes.
And
yes.
I was on White Watch for, I think it was 11 years, followed by 15 on Green Watch.
Yeah.
So I spent all my time at Newark and thoroughly enjoyed it, really.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And then you came to the point of, that was the end of the career.
Point of no return.
How did that come about for you?
Well, initially when I joined, retirement age was 55.
Yes.
So you knew you were set to retire at 55. As I got closer to retirement, like 2 years or 3 years before, they did actually change it so you could stay on a bit longer if you wanted to. But I was at that stage beginning to get a bit, I wouldn't say behind, but not quite so au fait with some of the technical side of and the computers and all sorts of things that came.
Far more technical.
It was different to when I first joined.
Right.
And I at that stage I thought, well, I can do other things. I'll retire at 55.
Great.
So,
and had you already got a set of hobbies you did during your career?
Well, after I left the farm, the following year we moved to a property in the next village that needed a lot of work doing to it.
Yeah.
So for 30 years I was working on both enlarging and restoring the property we bought as a family, and I raised 3 children, and we had a very nice time at the cottage we had, and by the time I'd finished it was double the size and worth a lot more money. So
right.
That was.
So you were always quite a handy guy.
Yeah. Well, starting off on a farm, you do tend to be able to try your hand at most things.
Yes.
And I also, I had a day a week at one point at, it was a woodworker come cabinet maker.
Yes.
And he also had working with him, a chap who did wood carving. Yeah, Mr. Keeling his name was. He was very, very
for wood carving.
Good wood carving.
And I see you brought some of your examples of wood carving with you. I wonder if you can show some of those, Geoff, to our viewers.
This is the one I've just finished.
Yeah.
This is goldfinches on thistles. And
that's great. Let's just show that a bit closer. Yeah, that's quite spectacular, right?
Thank you. So that actually takes several months of carving work to do that, and then this is one that I had finished earlier on.
Great.
And that is...
That's a beauty. Look at this one. That's amazing.
That's nice.
And how long would those take you to carve, Geoff, roughly?
Well, it's off and on, obviously, and you have to be in the mood, otherwise it's not fun. So over several months,
yes,
I do them. I did not this one, but the previous one to that. I did actually count the number of hours, and it ended up around about 75.
Right, 75 hours
for the avenue of trees that I did.
Yeah. So you do this really from a point of enjoyment and...
Yeah. Well, I've liked art. I used to do pen and ink drawings as well.
Yes.
So I'm quite good at detail. I can see things in 3D quite well. So you start with a basic pencil sketch of what you're doing on the piece of wood.
Yes.
And then you carve into the piece of wood, and obviously you lose that pencil mark fairly quickly, but you have to then dig into the wood, if you like, and then work round it, and eventually you start to get the outline of what you want, and then you can put in the fine detail as you go further into it. So
they look amazing pieces of work, Geoff. What other things have you been doing in your retirement? You know, did you go into retirement and have it all mapped out? Like you said, you were going to retire at 55.
I was working a shift system, which was basically 2 days followed by 2 nights, and then the remainder of that day, if you like, because we'd work till 9 o'clock in the morning, the remainder of that day, and then 3 more off, and then I'd start again. So I was able to fulfill a lot of my building jobs and things on the house in those days off.
Yeah.
And after I'd finished and I had retired, I could fulfill all my hobbies and things I wanted to do, because I'd already started doing it, and it wasn't just a case of finishing work and the next day you haven't got that routine in your life.
Yes.
You could then go, oh, well, I can do this today, and I've got the time to do it. Oh, it's fantastic, really.
Good.
And at 55, you've still got a bit of energy in order to do it.
To do it, indeed.
Yeah.
And you're a member of a UK branch of Men in Sheds. Why do you go there? What's important for you?
It's the friendship and the banter. Very similar to working in the fire brigade. A lot of that fun was in the banter and the comradeship. And
so sort of having a place to go and a place you can belong to, where there's sort of your next group of colleagues.
Well, yeah, like-minded people that are all craft type people. They like doing things.
Yeah.
And they're all walks of life, and they're all very clever in what they do.
Yeah.
And makes a good mixture and a good skill set, basically, for doing more or less anything that comes along. Yeah.
Well, what sort of advice would you give to someone who's coming into retirement? You know, like you said, it
try
wasn't
and
sort of
phase
a cliff.
it in a bit more than so. Try and get some sort of a hobby, or start joining a group prior to, if you can, in order to make it a little less of an abrupt change from work life to retirement. Joining a club prior to retiring, or trying to take up a hobby.
So phasing in between work life and retirement is important.
I think so. I do know of people that have retired and they've been looking forward to retiring, but they'd got absolutely nothing in place.
Yes.
And after a few weeks, they're twiddling their thumbs and thinking, well, I'd be better off at work, basically.
Yeah.
And some of them actually have gone back to part-time work.
Because they've missed
they've missed the work.
Yeah.
And it's routine. It's what you do in the day, isn't it? It gets you up in the morning and gives you something to think about. And you might think, oh yeah, it'd be great to retire. I can do nothing all day. But that's not what life's about, is it? You want to be doing something. Well, I do anyway.
Yes.
You want to be doing something and giving your mind that workout that it needs, if you like. And also physically, you want to be doing stuff as well.
Yeah.
Keep you happy and keep you healthy. I think that's what life's all about, basically.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think that's great, Geoff. Thanks for sharing some of your insights and secrets to a happy and fulfilling retirement.
Nice to talk to you about it.
Great.
Thank you.
Great to see you again.
Okay, cheers, Miles.
Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next edition of Diaries of a Retiree. Thank you.